Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of skycams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong.
Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Not too bad of a start for us this morning. It was a bit chilly, still is a bit chilly, 35 degrees, feeling more like 29. But the sunshine will help us warm up going into this afternoon. Highs today expected in the mid-50s, pretty close to seasonal for this time of year. But today is our last day where we aren't going to be dealing with any kind of precipitation, because starting tomorrow, we'll see some scattered showers. That's going to be the case again on Thursday and into Friday. But going into this weekend, that's where we've got a big concern with what we're expecting winter weather-wise. So First Alert Weather Day is in place for Saturday. However, with the rain going into this weekend, could start as early as Friday, with the transition going from just rain to that wintry mix. So here's what our latest model run is looking like. This is on Friday at 6 a.m. We'll start off the day above freezing. So not expecting winter weather impacts as of right now. Friday morning, it's more so the second half of the day. So Friday afternoon, Friday evening, I would say more so the evening hours and going into the overnight period, because temperatures are going to be dropping into the 30s and the 20s. We're going to be close to that freezing line, and that transition to temperatures below 32 degrees is where we're going to start to see that wintry mix. So that does include sleet and freezing rain. The potential for snow looks to be better the further north you go. That's not to say we couldn't see any, but that doesn't look to be our main concern with this system going into this week. I'm going to go back just a little bit here. This is, so again, you wake up on Saturday still dealing with this. It does look like it might be an all-day event, but as you can tell, we're not far off the line there between just talking about cold rain and the potential for that wintry mix. So again, temperature going to be a big factor on the type of impacts we see going into this weekend. Now, I will say this, areas along and north of I-20 have a better potential of seeing greater impacts from icy conditions. But again, all subject to change. It's only Tuesday. The system's expected by the end of this week. So this, again, is more than likely will change. Maybe not by much, but still could change over these next couple of days. As you can tell, then we start to transition to maybe more of a rainy weather pattern going into the overnight hours and into Sunday. Again, still teetering on that line between freezing, rain, sleet, and just some cold rain. Again, I think that we could be still talking about refreeze potential, especially going into the overnight hours and early Sunday morning as temperatures drop back below freezing, and then still dealing with some rain going into Sunday, and then the system should clear out by Monday of next week. So I don't necessarily want to talk too much about totals, but it does look like the further north you go, the more potential for accumulation, which means hazardous driving conditions. We could even see some down tree limbs and maybe even down power lines, depending on how much of an accumulation we're talking. But it does look more likely the further north you go, again, starting as early as Friday night, lasting as late as Sunday. That's not to say that there couldn't be any accumulations the further south you go. It's just looks like the colder air looks to be better the further north you go, as one may be able to tell. But again, I don't want to get too much into the nitty gritty when we're talking about ice accumulations, because regardless, any accumulation is going to cause hazards on roadways. We're talking slick bridges, ice on trees, again, power outages. But regardless of how much we're going to see, expect hazardous conditions. So I would recommend getting everything you need done, any errands, any grocery shopping. I wouldn't say panic. I wouldn't go out panic buying by any means, but I would just have all of your preparations in place before we get to Friday night and Saturday morning, because I think Saturday you're probably more than likely just going to want to stay home, maybe have a movie day or a game day with some board games at home or something like that, because it's just not going to be the kind of weather or situation where you're going to want to get out, because pretty much everywhere, if this does look like it's going to play out, is going to be hazardous in terms of traveling. So again, we're still in that 3 to 5 day period where we're nailing down the details about what type of precipitation we're going to see and the timing. So I think our timing is pretty clear right now. Friday night into Sunday at the latest. But it's what kind of precipitation we're going to see, and just really nailing down those details, which we'll again learn more as we get closer to time. And there is definitely time for things to change. I mean, it's only Tuesday, and this won't arrive until about Friday night. So don't want to scare you necessarily. We're giving you all of the information so that you can prepare the best way you can, and that this doesn't just come out of the blue when we're talking about this winter storm, which we haven't really had a crazy winter storm any time soon. The one I can think of most recently, I guess, would be 2024, and then we also had that one in 2021 that brought major impacts across much of the Deep South. But that's just to say that just want to give you all the information so that you can prepare going into the end of this week. Want to give you that first alert. So once we get through the end of the weekend, we will gradually start to warm up, maybe not as much as we would like, but it does look like we're going to be talking about a drier forecast compared to what we're going to see starting tomorrow and through the end of the weekend. So that's pretty much all I have for you. Just giving you a last look here from our network of First Alert Sky Cams around town. Again, today looks pretty chill, pretty quiet for us. And starting tomorrow, that's when we'll see some slightly warmer conditions, but also a little bit more rain around through the end of the week. And then that winter weather system expected this weekend. So let me look here and see if there's any questions. Hello, Sheikah Hampton. Renita, hello, good morning from Starkville, Hale State. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. Of course, we'll have more updates throughout the rest of today. We're getting, of course, more data in as the day goes on. So make sure to tune into our later newscasts, and also we'll be posting on socials with more updates as we get them. So until then, have a great rest of your Tuesday.